Kavita has joined. Good evening, Kavita.
Good evening, ma'am.
Happy festival. Okay. Happy Gauri Ganesha, Kavita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my birthday also, so you have to bless me.
Oh, ho, ho. Wishing you many, many, many happy returns of the day. God bless you.
Thank you,
You are
ma'am.
such a
All
sweet,
blessings
you are
and
nice
wishes
girl.
from you all.
God is already with you because of your interest in Bhagavad Gita. So you are already blessed. So with the cake
Thank you,
cutting
ma'am.
party bit too, you are attending. See.
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ready ಇದೆ, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm waiting for my brother
okay.
and sister to come.
Okay. 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 Great. Great. So Suvacha is
Thank you,
also wishing.
everybody. Thank you,
Yeah.
Suvarchal. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Good. Have a nice day. Have a nice blast. Many more years of blessedness. Many more years of knowledge. That is what I would like to bless. Wish you
Thank you, ma'am.
many
Thank you,
more
ma'am.
years. Continue. You are already doing well. Keep doing. Keep
Thank you.
going.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So with that, we start and. So maybe I was thinking we can start with one bhajan today. It is Kavita's birthday also, and Ganesha, tomorrow's Ganesha. So with that we start. Ajam nirvikalpam nirakaramekam niranandamanandamadvaita purnam param nirgunam nirvishesham nireham parabrahma rupam गणेशं भजेम परब्रह्म रूपं गणेशं भजेम गुणातीतमानं चिदानन्दरूपं गुणातीतमानं चिदानन्दरूपं चिदाभासकं सर्वगं ध्यानगम्यं मुनिर्धेयं काश रूपं परेशं परब्रह्म रूपं गणेशं भजेम परब्रह्म रूपं गणेशं भजेम जगत्कारणं कारणज्ञानरूपं जगत्कारणं कारणज्ञानरूपं सुरादिं सुखादिं गुणेशं गणेशं सुरादिं सुखादिं गुणेशं गणेशं जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यं सुरेशं जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यं सुरेशं परब्रह्म रूपं गणेशं भजेम परब्रह्म रूपं गणेशं भजेम परब्रह्म रूपं गणेशं भजेम. So with that invocation to Lord Ganesha, because tomorrow he is coming, we are celebrating. And as per Lord Krishna, he is considered as Parabrahma only. And so says the shloka also, Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema. All the deities, if you remember, Krishna has mentioned that I reside in them. I give you whatever you desire when you pray to those deities because they are all nourished by me. The same consciousness is there in those deities which I have. The same. Means he is the one who is blessing through those deities. So with that, I wish you in advance happy Ganesh Chaturthi and blessing, wishing Kavita, not blessing, wishing Kavita a
Thank
very
you, ma'am.
happy birthday. And with that, I
Blessings also,
conclude.
ma'am.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Lord's blessings are always there. So with that, we start today's this thing discussion. So this Vibhuti Yoga, as you know, is a chapter which deals with where Krishna has mentioned that Vibhuti is the power of his manifestation, varying degrees of manifestation in different everywhere consciousness is there. Today, in fact, I'm going to deal with a very interesting scientific validation uh, done by Dr. J.C. Bose, actually, a great scientist of India. So Krishna or the consciousness is there in every each and everything, but the manifestation or the presentation, or you can call it in simpler words, projection, varies uh, among the individuals, between the individual humans and the animals, humans and the plants, living and the non-living things. Among the humans also, there are extraordinary extraordinary performers in terms of various, skills or their nature, their behavior, their what I should say, their personalities. So in all these, his vibhuti or his manifestation varies. That is exactly he's trying to bring out. Another purpose of bringing out this as concept is that it is not I am there in you, and if you have understood I am the Jivatma, I am the Atma in all the beings, I am also in this entire universe. So whenever you see some splendor, you see it is my spark. That's what he says today also again. And also, you do not deny my presence in anything, any small particle which is there in this universe. In everything I manifest. So even if you are in the external world, be aware, be constantly aware and conscious of this higher consciousness. This is the message he wants to give through Vibhuti Yoga. So now in continuation, he has been telling about among the Vedas, I am this, among the Samaveda, among the in the Samaveda who I am, and among the months who I am, among the luminary bodies I am this. So he keeps on giving examples. I mean, not examples. He mentions his manifestation of higher merit. Now he continues, Dyutam chalayatam asmi tejasvinam aham jayosmi vyavasayosmi sattvam sattvavatam aham. So I am the gambling of the fraudulent. Chalayatam, fraudulent, fraud people, they gamble, they manipulate, they take advantage. All these can be put under chalayatam. Chaladinda means in a wrong way. Chala is also means the perseverance in a negative way. Chala is hut. Hut is what? Perseverance, stubbornness. I must do this, but in a negative way. And trying to dupe people. So basically, that's how it's called chala. Chala is used in really, I mean, mostly in this context. So when they play this game of dice and all, just like the Pandavas and Kauravas played, you remember Shakuni uh, cheats them, or through fraud he wins. So, but that fraudulent way has got a lot of power. So he wants to bring. Let's see in explanation how we should take it. So I am the gambling in the fraudulent. Dyutam chalayatam means among the various ways of deceiving people, I am the gambler. Gambling is the highest form of deceit. So I am gambling. I am that. And I am that power of gambling. And then I am the power of the powerful. Tejaha, Tejasvinam. Tejasvi is a powerful. Powerful, more than powerful actually. Tejasvi means a person who radiates. Tejas, we say. He has that radiance, he has some different power. So I am that tejas, that means principle, what brings radiance in him, I am that. And jayosmi vyavasayosmi, um, I am the victory. Jaya means I am the victory. Then vyavasayosmi means I am the effort. And sattvam sattvavatam aham, those who are sattvic, who are sattvic, no, and that sattvata is me. I am the sattva of the sattvika. I am the sattva of the sattvika. Sattvika people are good people who are noble, who are selfless, who are mostly, I mean, God. They live in the thoughts, noble thoughts. Always remember God. Always trying to help others. They are the first people to sacrifice their comforts for others. They put others in the forefront. All this is sattvika bhava, or the goodness, the behavior of goodness. So there, that goodness is me. Sattva is me. Goodness is me. So again, he's explaining that he is the principle of all this. Now, Dyutam Chalayatam. Chalayatam means there are so many fraudulent ways. In that, also the king of fraudulent ways is gambling. So I am the gambling. So here the commentators bring out a point that he manifests as a supreme of highest merit in good and bad. So the beauty of Upanishads and the Gita is that uh, the consciousness embraces good and bad equally, and we are supposed to go beyond that. That is number one. Anything which is so powerful, the person who gambles or who is always thinking of something bad on the other side, let's say, he is also working very hard, and that effort is he. In the next statement is a vyavasayosmi. Whatever you put the effort, it will tap the consciousness. It will tap Krishna's power, hidden divinity. So either you go in this direction or the other, right or wrong. I am there with you. However, that doesn't mean that he will protect us from the miseries. No, we have chosen the right and wrong. That free will is given to us. The choice he has given entirely to us. So he says, you choose. You want to go this way, I am there with you, and work very hard in that direction. I will be with you. So if you see somebody performing a negativity, or somebody, doing a very great crime with full vigor, there is consciousness there. But that person will face the consequences. That is another area altogether. That implies. But the thing what we are insisting here is that whether you choose a right or wrong path, when you put more effort and try to bring that within you, that energy within you, I will manifest. Even in the gambling, I am going to play gambling. You can do people, as long as you are ready to face the consequences. So it's a choice that makes a difference. Otherwise, whether you are here this way or that way, I am going to manifest. That is my vibhuti. Gambling is my vibhuti in the fraudulent. So consciousness, or the energy, is there in good and bad equally. It is there equally. But I will do wrong thing and you protect me. No, he is not there. For that, he will not be there, because that is not his law of karma. So when you choose good and put extra efforts, yes, you will be manifesting. You will be manifesting the same. Then, Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandavanam Dhananjayaha Muninam Apyaham Vyasaha Kavinam Ushana Kavihi. Of the Vrishnis, I am the Vasudeva. Actually, Krishna also comes from Vrishni clan. It's a dynasty. So Yadavas are also from part of, they are taken synonymously. There is some kind of little ambiguity there, but Vrishni is the original. That is a dynasty from which Yadavas come. And in that, there is actually a tree given. It's there in the literature also. So many kings and people come there. Among them, Vasudeva is the highest. So Krishna says, I am the Vasudeva. Now look at that. Krishna means we should consider him as Parabrahma. Otherwise, he is son of Vasudeva. Now he is speaking as a manifestation of that Parabrahma. So my Vibhuti among all the Vrishnis is in best manifested in Vasudeva. Vasudeva is father of Krishna, Vasudeva. And then Pandavanam Dhananjaya. Among the Pandavas, he is Dhananjaya or Arjuna. Extraordinary manifestation in Arjuna. That's how he picks up Arjuna as his close friend among all the Pandavas. He prefers Arjuna because, they also represent Nara Narayan in this avatar of Krishna. They are like Nara Narayan, which we have discussed in Bhagavad. And Muninam, um, Muninam api aham Vyasaha. So he is Vyasa among the Munis. Munis means all the sages. So among all the sages, I am the Vyasa. You know how Vyasa is considered, because we are reading Bhagavad Gita because of Vyasa. We read Bhagavad Purana because of Vyasa. So Vyasa and Vedas he has classified. Enormous work he has done. So am I visible? There's some issue with the internet, I think. Are you able to? Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So he says, I am Vyasa among the Munis, among all the rich. There are so many people. But you know very well how Vyasa, he was not only very knowledgeable rishis. There were many, many such Munis, but he was the one who was actually concerned about the future generations. And he has written all this so that it's available. And we must really, really thank him. And if you remember, we celebrate Guru Purnima in memory of sage Vyasa. So he says, I am manifested there more. So, and Kavi Nam Ushana Kavi. Ushana is supposed to be a famous poet. Ushana among the uh, various poets. I am Ushana. Ushana is mentioned during Vedic times. He has written Niti Shastra and poetically. So he is considered as one of the most respected Kavi, and therefore he says, among all the poets, I am the Ushana. So like that, he mentions, see, look at him, Vasudeva is his father. So he says, I am in him. Vyasa later writes Bhagavad Gita and he's writing Mahabharata. Still he says, I'm in Vyasa. All are in his network in this incarnation itself. But still he is expressing, because that goes to show that wherever there is extraordinary manifestation, he has graced and he has expressed. He has graced and he has expressed. Next, Dando Damayatam Nitirasmi Jigishatam Maunam Chaivasmi Guhyanam Jnanam Jnanavatam Aham. Of the punishers, okay, among those who force that discipline, I am Danda, or principle of punishment. Dando Damayatam Asmi. Among those who enforce discipline, the state, the police department, or the government. So there are discipline forces, rules, and regulations. I am that principle of punishment. Because unless there is that power in the law or in those rules, nothing will be under control. So he says that Nitihi Asmi Jigishatam. And I, though for those who Nitisham Jigishatam, Nitisham Jigishatam means I am justice in those who seek victory. I am justice in those who seek victory. Jigisha means to win. I am the justice. That means whenever we have a case in the court of law, so he is, if the person wins with proper evidence and all that, I am that niti, I am that justice. When the judge delivers, for example, or whenever there is a person who is trying to solve the problems with proper justice, and the person who has come with a problem wins, he has gotten a case against another and he wins, that justice is me. Maunam Chaivasmi Guhyanam. I am the I am the silence among all the mysteries. I am silence among all the mysteries. And Jnanam Jnanavatam Aham. Among the knowers, uh, I am the knowledge. Please understand. If I and you know this, whatever we know is his vibhuti. It's him. If we are hiding something, secrets, that silence, we don't want to express that. So we keep silent. That silence is him. Then when we win something, he says, I am the, when we win against a case or something, then I am that principle of justice. And among the forces that bring about discipline in the society, I am the principle of punishment. I am the principle of punishment. So because of all these expressions only, the society will be in order. If you, for example, take the danda. Danda means punishment. Danda is punishment. Stick, let us say. The police is often seen with a revolver or with a stick, which itself creates a fear. And they say, um, very few in the society. I am quoting from Swami Ranganathanan's commentary. The society is in order not because everybody is self-controlled or self-disciplined. Majority are not. Very small percentage of people, very, very small percentage of people, they follow discipline out of their own self-control. Majority are under control only because of fear. That fear has to be there. That is his creation with generations together. That discipline. The great. What is the greatest punishment in our general uh, life? In life, we know, many know that there is law of karma. But how many know means many people who are little advanced, if I do wrong, I will face the consequences. This knowledge also is known to very few. Rest of them majority live in the most superficial world. So they keep doing mistakes. And when they are punished, they are put behind bars or they are insulted. All that creates a fear. Others will observe, or that person who has undergone that punishment will say, okay, next time I should not repeat this. And others who are watching know that if they do similar mistakes, then they will have to face the similar consequences. So this is the system, and which happens in any society at any point of time, any yuga, except, of course, in Kali Yuga, they say it's maximum. In Sati Yuga and all, people Rama Rajya, they say the mistakes or the crimes were very less. But generally, to keep the crime rate under control, it is nothing but the law of punishment only. Punishment only matters for an average and below average. And there he becomes a danda, because that is how he indirectly protects the humans, I would say. While to you and I, we are aware, not always though, but most of the times, because of all this kind of samskar, we are aware of law of karma, but very few are blessed or lucky to get an exposure to such higher thinking. And therefore it is nothing but danda which matters, and it is in favor of people. So he has been kind enough and he ensures that that punishment is I, he says. So man is moral not because he chooses, but because of fear of public, police and public opinion. Both the ways, both the ways. They are afraid of society, of insults in the society, of losing the respect, therefore they behave well. Of course, there are some exceptions. I should not say this. Few of the politicians, they have gone beyond that, but by and large, majority, they follow this. And if the system is good, then that means the system itself is following, the system of discipline, I'm saying. If the state imposes the right punishment to the right people, then it is good. That means it's a kind of a very, I should say, evolved system. So that is how he brings. And then he says, Nitihi Asmi Jigishatam. So I am justice in those who seek victory, I am justice in those who seek victory, because justice alone wins. So when the justice wins, so people struggle. Many times there is injustice also, but justice has got higher power. Sometimes people say false things. They come out of bail. Through bail, they are released from their cases. If they commit some crimes or things like that, they are released. But it's short while. If there is real justice, then these people win, and it is long lasting. So justice is required for justice is always it has a long lasting effects, and justice is dharma. So he says, among those who win, I am that justice. And most importantly, he says, among all the mysteries, I am the silence. This is very important for us, because we have already discussed in some of the shlokas that it is a silence that is extremely that indicates maturity in any person. More unnecessary talking, unnecessary involvement in external affairs, all that will not give any maturity, leave alone spiritual. Of course, from maturity comes your higher evolution. So he says that uh, if you want to reach him, we must practice silence. Upanishad says, Shanto ayam Atma. If you want to realize the Atma or the consciousness, you must practice silence. What is this silence? Because the minute you start speaking, your thoughts and your communication, both words and thoughts, both become so active that it will start indulging in so many things that will prevent you from reaching the Atma. So, for the what is mystery he's talking about? I am the silence among all the mysteries. Mystery is what we are referring to, the mystery of Atma Jnana, realizing, self realization, consciousness. Any kind of realization, any kind of knowledge, even the worldly knowledge also, more silent you are, more you become open for internal awakening, internal knowledge. And we have discussed in the last session also, he is the king of all sciences, that is spiritual science. And that science or that knowledge is achievable not by words or seeing or listening. These are only the fundamental or basic steps. When we talk about him, when we listen to the songs, listen to Bhagavad Gita, or read about this, they're all very essential for us to go. But ultimately, the ultimate realization, ultimate mystery of consciousness comes to us as vijnana or realization only when we are silent in the presence of noise. Noise of what? Not only external, noise of our thoughts also. Silence means silence of words as well as silence of thoughts. So when we sit quietly, calm and all, that consciousness will, or Atman, or the bliss, Sachidananda, will be experienced. The bliss has to be experienced, it has to be felt. And that feeling comes when we practice silence. So, no, look, close the eyes, close the ears, and relax. When we do pranayama, pranayama also silences the thoughts. Then you will start experiencing that bliss with, of course, absolute realization takes long time of practice of such silence regularly. But as much as possible, if we are very keen on realizing, if we are very keen on experiencing this, we must minimize our unnecessary talks. We should talk only when it is extremely essential. And that is the language. Silence is the language. And Swami Ranganathananji also quotes Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna gives an example where he says, the honeybee keeps humming all through. It keeps humming as it hops from flower to flower. But as soon as it sits on the flower and starts sucking that honey, it becomes silent. So also a person who matures, evolves, and reaches that state, he will not speak. One more example he has given. A student went and asked the teacher, teach me something. The teacher sits in silence. Next day again he goes. Again he asks him, teach me something. Then after 3-4 days, when the teacher is doing some work, the student goes and asks him, I have been coming and asking you every day to tell me something and you are not telling. The teacher says, I have been telling, you are not listening. When did you tell me? Whenever you came, I was sitting. I was conveying something. What did you convey? Did you have the patience to listen to what I was conveying? So that means the teacher, when he was sitting in silence, also was conveying something. Silence also can convey so many things which the student had to understand. That means you just sit in the company of a person who is a realized soul and he sits and meditates. Just those vibrations will teach you so many things. So it need not be through words. You just have the company of people. Therefore, when you sit and meditate, you have the company of the Atman, of the consciousness. He need not tell you, just sit and meditate on him. So many things you will learn. Many things. More you give time to this silence and practice. Many things, many solutions lot of knowledge comes. So meditation is nothing but silence. So he says, I am that silence, pure, I am that silence in mystery of mysteries. So this is a very unique phenomenon, actually, learning through silence, because we are all conditioned to listen, learn either through reading or listening, attending lectures. This is the conventional method of learning the worldly things. But the king of all sciences is spiritual science. So, for an understanding of this true consciousness which is within ourselves, now also I'm just speaking. Actually, we have to realize. So, we need to uh, understand that we are beginners, but if we practice silence, that is the true spiritual practice. यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां बीजं तदहमर्जुन न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यात् मया भूतं चराचरम्. So he says, okay, so he's saying, I am yatchapi sarvabhutanam, whatsoever is a seed of all beings, that is me, that also am I. Seed, I am the, all the things in the world have their seed, and I am that seed. That is my ultimate reality. There is no being, na tadasti vina yat syat maya bhutam characharam. There is no thing, no being, whether moving or unmoving. Being means, he says, non-living also, that can exist without me. So this is a repetition, but now in a different form. Another vibhuti of Krishna is, I am the origin, I am the seed of all the beings. I am seed of all the beings. And there is no being, living or non-living, that can exist without me. Very, very beautiful. As long as he is there, we exist. Because he is there, I'm able to speak. Because of his there, you are able to listen. Isn't that so? We discussed that Chaitanya, that consciousness is an observer. But without that, this Prakriti, which is made of the body, the gross body and the subtle body, which consists of the mind, senses, mind, buddhi, ahankara, all that which is there within us. Because of that only we are functioning. But what makes them function is the presence of consciousness. His presence, which is there in this body. His presence, which is there in non-living beings. Why do they exist in that particular shape? This table, this book, this chair, or this laptop, everything is because of his presence. His presence is there in every atomic, subatomic. There is no space which is not occupied by his consciousness. Therefore, he says, nothing absolutely exists without my presence. That is his vibhuti. That we have to understand. The external world also. External means other than the conscious Prakriti. Everything is sustaining because of him. Everything, each and every particle sustains because of him. That is second half of the shloka. First is, I am the bija, I am the seed, isn't it? From him started the whole Prakriti, Mahattattva, Gunas, everything originated from there. From this only, from all these elements or matter, we are all existing. Doesn't the body have those Pancha Mahabhuta, 5 essential elements and all that? So he becomes the seed of all that. He gives. From there it started. Everything started from there. The Jiva started, then the body came, the external body, then the Jivatma, everything. He is there. So we have mentioned also that without him, nothing will is considered. Nothing has any existence of its own. It is just like Swami Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, putting one behind zeros. Zeros have no value. The minute you put one, it could be 10 zeros. Does it have any value? The minute you put one, so 10 zeros becomes such a big number for anything. So that one is him. That one is him. So we all become something important because of him. So Swami Ranganathananji says that the whole world exists as consciousness and universe, isn't it? Now, through this, he is mentioning that the consciousness is Sat Chit Ananda. Truth, consciousness, bliss. Sat Chit Ananda. That is the consciousness. It has these attributes. It is Sat, and it is Chit, and it is Ananda. It's Chit means consciousness. Ananda is bliss. Sat is the truth. These are the attributes of that consciousness. It is Satchidananda. And the same, when it enters in various manifestations, they are called Nama Rupa. Nama is a name through which we identify. Nama, my name, Pratibha is my name, Kavita is there, Padmini. But go back, we are all from the same Satchidananda. Nama Rupa. We have got one physical attribute. That is a Rupa. It could be anything. So there is Rupa, there is Nama. We are identified and we have a particular form. But it has come from that consciousness. So these are the 5 attributes of the entire existence. Nama Rupa is a Prakriti. It comes in the external. Satchidananda is the bliss. Very true, isn't it? An ocean and the waves. They often give this analogy, isn't it? Ocean and the waves. Ocean is Satchidananda. The minute it becomes the wave, it has got a Nama Rupa. Big wave, small wave. Rupa. Nama is a wave. I and you are human beings. That is the name. If you go further, Pratibha and Padmini. But otherwise, we are human. There is an animal. There is a plant. So this is the different Nama. Rupa is its appearance. So big wave, small wave. But they are all waves only. But beyond that is Satchidananda. So very, very nicely. Actually, I like this. You please buy this book and you can read. So Krishna is saying that I am there in everything as Nama Rupa. And he has also given the analogy of Manigana Iva. I am the thread which passes through all the pearls just like a garland of pearls. There are different pearls, that is different forms in the universe. But what is binding them? It is the same consciousness. I am like the thread which goes through all these pearls. Now, Swamiji is saying that this is how it is, Nama Rupa. Only Nama Rupa differentiates the manifestation of that consciousness. Only how beautiful, no? Nama Rupa. The minute it becomes Nama Rupa. But our little knowledge, our immaturity, our ignorance, we try to assume that this difference itself is the truth. No, it's not like that. It's not. Even the Dvaitist philosophy also says there's a difference between the ultimate destination is different, but they also say there's the same God in all the beings. The same God, the same consciousness, Paramatma is there in each and every human being. Only thing is, as she said, soul and super soul, they may differentiate. But the fact that there is the same consciousness in all the beings is accepted across all the systems of Vedanta. Advaita, though, it is the highest. It says highest according to us, our faith. So everything is one, and only the manifestations vary. So his vibhuti, how beautifully, apart from all that he has told, apart from in that Nama Rupa itself, again, if there's a big way with big splendor, then you see my vibhuti extraordinarily manifested. That's all he says. He never says I'm not there in others. He says that is my extraordinary manifestation. That's all he says. So, therefore, Ishavasyam idam sarvam is the great saying of the Upanishad. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. This entire manifested universe is nothing but the divine. Just for a while, let us think how beautiful it is. Imagine I and you are the waves of the same ocean. I and my husband is same. I and my children are same. I and my neighbors are same. I and this plant is the same. I and this dog which is there outside is the same. How beautiful. We only differ. We are all waves of the same ocean. In fact, here there is one shloka which Swamiji has quoted from Gajendra Moksha. If you remember the story, I'll not go into that story now. If you remember, we have discussed this Gajendra Moksha, when elephant gets stuck in the mouth of the crocodile when it is taking birth. The crocodile does not release the elephant and for thousands of years, and he keeps suffering. And that story is similar to human life. You keep suffering, though you have so many problems. In the end, he sees a lotus, that Gajendra means king of elephants. The whole family leaves him and goes. Then he becomes alone. And he realizes, I'm all alone. There's no one with me and I'm facing the problems alone. Nobody can come to my rescue. Then suddenly he takes one lotus and offers it to God, and he realizes, and he tells this hymn. It's a very famous Gajendra Stotra. Yasmin idam Yataschedam yena. I will read the meaning. Yenedam ya idam swayam yo smat parasmat cha parahatam prapadye swayam bhuvam. I take refuge in the self-existing reality. He talks about the reality. And how does he refer this reality? In whom is this universe? Just like what we discussed just now. In whom is this universe? This universe is in him. The wave, let's imagine. So I am bowing down before him. Yasmin idam. In whom is this universe? Then from whom is this universe? It's the wave is coming from the water. And by whom is this universe? Because the water, obviously, it is by the ocean. Who himself is in this universe? Universe means manifestation of the wave. Water is there. The ocean has come in the wave. So by who? In him, from him, by him, and who himself is in this universe and who is also beyond this universe. Little complex, it may go beyond our understanding, but we must understand the property of the wave is it has come from the same ocean and the wave is inside that ocean. Just like Krishna says, I am in everybody, everybody is in me. And he's beyond that also. Can the wave say that I and ocean are the same? Until it realizes that I am part of this magnificent ocean. So he's beyond all that. So this way, Krishna is trying to explain, and Swamiji has given beautiful explanation through this Gajendra Moksha. When he says that, then he becomes liberated. The crocodile leaves, and there's a different story. So next, so this is how he says, I am the seed and I am the reason for this entire universe. Remember this Nama Rupa, remember the waves. So that makes us easy to understand. Nantosti mama devyanam vibhutinam parantapa esha tu deshata prokto vibhute vistaro maya. There is no end. Nantaha asti mama divyanam. There is no end for my divine powers. Parantapa, O scorcher of foes, means O conqueror of enemies. Esha tu deshataha, but this is a brief statement by me of the particulars of my divine power. This is brief. There is no end. Can there be any end? Because if you start counting the things in this universe, you will never be able to complete, even if you continue through several of your births. There is no end when everything is his vibhuti. So he is saying there is no end for my vibhuti. He has just given few examples. So there is no end. So no end for my divine manifestation. And then he says a very, very important statement. Yadyad vibhuti mat sattvam श्रीमदूर्चितमे वा तत्तदेवावगच्छत्वं मम तेजोंश संभवम्. Whatever being, this is a very important statement. Whatever being is there, vibhutimat, wherever there is tremendous power of manifestation, pure energy and power, Srimat Urjita Meva, pure energy and power, good fortune, tremendous energy. Wherever you find such manifestation, uplifting the humanity, so he says, know that my portion of the glory, tat eva agachatvam mama tejo amsha sambhavam. Amsha, small fraction of my glory is present in the great manifestation of the universe. Small fraction of small portion of that is present in the greatest manifestation. So he says wherever there is extraordinary manifestation. Therefore, Swami Vivekananda, everybody used to tell, even my Guru says, wherever you see that people are succeeding, wherever people are in the competitive world also, extraordinary personalities, definitely it is a splendor or it's the consciousness being expressed. Nothing by that individual. If you take him as an individual, it is a consciousness manifesting through those individuals. Great personalities like Swami Vivekananda, like Abraham Lincoln, they say, like our Narendra Modi ji, who are capable of solving so many problems. How is it possible? even Mahatma Gandhi also for that matter, great leaders. So all of these people have got the fastest runners, athletes. They are expressing because they have worked on that. It's not that everybody gets. Why is some, actually this question is asked to Sri Ramakrishna by some devotee. He says, is God partial? So Sri Ramakrishna says, yes, he is partial. To whom is he partial? He is there in everybody. To whom is he partial? He is partial to a person who tries to explore him. Krishna is partial, the consciousness is partial. Wherever there is more effort to derive. See, who tells us not to study more? Who tells us students that he is lucky? Many students always use, he is very lucky, always he stands first. There's nothing like that. The luck comes with the effort and also the grace. We cannot say that it's only his effort. But effort is a basic, human effort is the basic requirement to tap your consciousness in any direction, whether it is in your profession, relationship, on your health, mental health, physical health. Unless we work, how is it going to happen? Basically, everybody says, leave alone spirituality. Work hard, you will see the results. Work hard, you will see the results because the consciousness manifests. His vibhuti is there. When you work hard, it comes from within. Otherwise, it cannot. It's just by working my hands, legs, mind, body, it will not happen. It is that consciousness. Therefore, he says, whenever persons are extraordinarily working, his effort also, Vyavasayam, he said, I'm also the effort, I'm also the justice. I will bring myself, I will support him. So people say, luck favors those who favor themselves. This is a common statement. Luck favors those who work hard, or luck is with them among those. So some people, oh, then what's the use of luck? If I work hard, I will get. No, luck is not so easy. And all the hard-working people may not also get. That's a different thing. But definitely, if it will show in one way or the other. No hard work will be wasted. No hard work will be wasted because the consciousness, more it is tapped and you are going to, it is called mining, we can say. No, we say mining, getting it more and more from within. So that is possible. And therefore, Sri Ramakrishna says, yes, he is partial to those who are in the effort to get more from within, who put hard work. And along with hard work, if you meditate and have that awareness that there is a consciousness, then you will reach still higher. It goes exponentially. You are working hard and also you are surrendering and you are asking for more grace and you believe that you are not the doer, then your output will be going in an the graph will be like this. Slope will be like this. You will be expressing in an exponential way in multiple areas. Look at Swami Vivekananda. He was a good singer. Vivekananda is a blessed. He's he's got great vibhuti of Shiva, they say. So he was a great singer, great orator, extraordinary memory, photographic memory. Nobody can. He used to remember everything. I hope you know that story when his teacher pointed out at Swami Vivekananda, he said, "You're not concentrating." And then he said, "Give me the book." And he read and he reproduced the entire book. And the next day, I think he goes back, he reads that, comes back, and he reproduces. Such was his memory. Why? He was already in that state of consciousness. So, consciousness is the key for any kind of success. My Guruji has written an article in Kannada, brilliant article. I will share that with you. Maybe we could translate and read it. So he says that wherever there is extraordinary, prosperous, powerful energy, know that it is a part of my splendor. Part, he says. Amsha, that's what I said. Amsha is a very, very small fragment of his splendor. You imagine if we dive within and try to explore and become one with him or develop a relationship with the consciousness, then the results will be still extraordinary. So it's up to us to take the best of this learning and dive deep within. So that he says. And also, now, another very, very important thing is that manifestation, this manifestation, today I wanted to cover this also. This manifestation is there in anybody who wants to evolve. Every person, not all, some are very real tamasika people, no, they just want to be relaxed, and we don't want anything, they're inert, ignorant, they don't even know about this. But for a person who wants to evolve, or for a thing that can evolve, everything has a potential to evolve, everything has a potential to involve, including the non-living thing, says my Guruji, because uh, there's very interesting thing, that this consciousness is present in the living and human, animal, plants, and the metals also. And here, even Raghunath Anandji has referred, and I googled some information. J.C. Bose, he has a scientist, all of you know that. He was the first person who showed that plants also have life, and plants also have emotions. He invented a device called crescograph, wherein he showed that plants can have fear, plants can have, they can be laughing, they can be cheerful. And I have seen, personally, I have experienced how plants can be made to express more with our own, experiments. Like, when we are, they say, and I experienced, when the owner is there at home and watering the plants, they just bloom like anything. And when the owner is not there, of course, when you don't water the plants, they don't grow, that's different. But when you water, when the owner waters, he has that ownership, he has that attachment, so that makes a different bonding with the plants. And also, there are experiments which say that you keep taunting, somebody has done it, it's actually proven. There are two plants. To one plant, he says, you are very bad, you are an useless person, you never grow, and the plant dried and withered. There was another plant, he said, you can come up, you can grow, you have a lot of potential, I see so many flowers coming out of you. He went on saying that, and literally the plant has bloomed. There is, I will try to get that publication. So this has happened, and we have observed. I have seen yesterday in Bhagavad class also. My another colleague was saying that every day the plant moves when she says hi. So these are all happening. You can experiment by yourself. My daughter also has experimented, and it works. Apart from that, through crescograph, he has shown how metals have emotions. Did you all know that? I did not know. The same crescograph, it seems he has demonstrated before Yogananda, Paramahamsa Yogananda, I think, when he showed through crescograph that when they were heat treated or when they were hammered, obviously it will change the shape also, and you can record emotions like fear and I think anger or something on that. It shows some changes. And then when you apply chloroform on that, chloroform is what anesthetic drug. We all use that, no, sedatives or anesthetic agents, which cools the mind. So when that was applied, suddenly that got reversed. The expression of the metal he has shown. This was something an eye opener. So Swami Ranganath Anandji says, now this was already known. There is a consciousness, means there is expression. It's not only physical expression, there is a higher level. Mind is there in the non-living things. This was something, I was really, it was an eye-opener for me. I did know that my Guruji had told, even the stable will evolve one day. I was asking, how can it evolve? He says it becomes dust. This is exactly, I'm reproducing from his, and there is his talk also in Kannada, of course. So that it becomes a very, very fine dust, and with some moisture, it starts gaining. And he says there is a mind which says, I want to become better. I want to become an amoeba. And from an amoeba, we get multicellular, and from multicellular aquatic, as we said, that's how evolution starts. But we never thought that a non-living thing could evolve itself. We never thought a non-living thing could have a mind of its own. But this book says it all. There is a consciousness, and that Prakriti has a mind also. It's not just it's not just a dry matter. There is a mind, and that mind has the ability to evolve. How beautiful is this spiritual science? You just understand there is consciousness in the living, all living and also non-living. So J.C. Bose, and I would like to read his statement. This is very, very important. He demonstrated before Yogananda also, and he went to the US in the West, and somebody in the Times paper, I think it's New York Times, when we in the West were lost in the multitudinal things of the world, this Eastern sage, he called Bose as sage, went beyond and discovered a one behind many one behind many. What do we say? That there's one consciousness, there's one mind. And what are the statements of J.C. Bose? He says, when I saw these beautiful events taking place, unifying the living and the non-living, I understood the meaning of the utterance of my great ancestors in the Vedas on the banks of the Ganges when they proclaimed the truth. He who sees one in the many, he who sees one in the many, to him belongs this eternal peace, eternal happiness, and to none else and none else. So beautiful, no? Exactly the same principle Krishna is telling us. I am there in each and every particle, one behind the many, the consciousness behind many, living and non-living. So look at this. The science, this J.C. Bose is the greatest vibhuti, isn't he? Scientists are great vibhutis. They are going deep within. They're trying to discover something. And ultimately, they have come to the point where they have seen that one in many, and he has demonstrated, he has validated. Today actually I posted this on my LinkedIn and I said it is validation of universal consciousness. How beautiful. We don't need that validation. Actually the validation is of, this is mind validation. To feel actually is the universal consciousness, but this person, through his scientific experiments, he has validated and he has spoken the language of science. What else we need to proclaim that there is one consciousness behind living and non-living. Leave alone. And what are we speaking of? Between you and I, between me and neighbors, we always have this difference of opinion. We consider each one is different. Here he is saying there is one which unites living and non-living. Leave alone humans. Humans, you must consider we're all one, Homo sapiens. There is absolutely no difference. Whatever is there should be superficial. There should be no hatred, no jealousy, no ill feelings towards each other, because we are all made of the same clay. We're all made of the same clay. We are going back to the same clay. We came from there. Only we are different in Nama Rupa. We are going back to the same clay, isn't it? So this body is going to go back to the mud, dust. What to speak of our egos? But unfortunately, it is the Maya again, isn't it? We are all out of ignorance. We keep considering that we are different. What I say is right. What she says is wrong. I don't believe in what others say. No, nothing, nothing. We are all made of the same. We are all in the same ocean. We differ in the height of the waves. I have a bigger height. If I have, I'm getting more into that consciousness. If I'm small, if I'm very, very superficial, that means I'm resting. More we explore, more we become manifest. That is the ultimate vibhuti Krishna is talking about. So interesting was this to read from Swami Ranganathananji. You know, literally I felt so elated after I read this, particularly the science, because we are all into this experimentation and research. Then the last one he says, Athava bahunaitena kim jnatena tavarjuna vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam ekamshena sthito jagat. He says, what is the use of further elaboration? What else you should know of this diversity, O Arjuna? The truth is, I sustain this entire universe with a small portion of myself. Look at this. Previous shloka also he says, Amsha. My Amsha is there in all these vibhutis. He says, this entire universe is sustained by one small fraction. That means there is a huge consciousness. This entire universe means it's not ours. Multiple universes is talking about. Multiple universes. If you believe Bhagavad Purana, in the beginning they say that when he assumes that Virata Rupa, from his body there are small pores, it seems. From each pore evolves one universe. So multiple universes, infinite universes in this era of creation, this cycle of creation. Time is there. But in that, multiple universes, multiple Brahmas, multiple Vishnu, so many things. And that itself is one very, very small fraction. There's a huge cosmos, huge, not even cosmos, I should say, consciousness, which is not involved in any creation, which lies as it is. And in that huge creation of multiple universes, of this huge universe, we are very, very tiny speck. but he makes us feel so important. And he comes as avatar to help us. We are so tiny, so this thing, but our ego is so huge, which is making us take birth again and again, again and again, because of his own created Maya, ignorance. But he comes, he says, I have this Maya, but look, I have this knowledge. And I'm telling you, what is required? Just ego should be dropped like a hat and surrender. Then we are free. And then you become the master of this universe. That consciousness being one with him means you become the consciousness and you don't have any awareness. It is just a state of consciousness, truth, consciousness, bliss. Bliss is what beyond the sorrow and happiness, beyond. It's a different state by itself. The third state of permanent bliss, where you become united and everything becomes your own. So our effort should be to catch more of his glimpses, to be aware always. And that is the whole this one message of Vibhuti Yoga. And there is a spark of divine in every human being. We all are same, irrespective of our origin, which community, which caste, qualification, and what I should say, age, nothing, no criteria. We are all the same consciousness. We are all from the same universe. What defines us more is the how much we go deep and tap that, work hard and surrender. These are the two things. Work hard, surrender. Two things will make us go towards him, which is for enjoying that state of bliss. All through the journey, more and more bliss will start. It will start shining. It will start showing its sparks. And that itself is a great feeling, actually. It's a great feeling. The divine grace is there for everybody. My Guruji, as I said, Swami Nirbhayananda Saraswati used to tell, there is wind, that's a grace. There's air around, that's a grace. There is light, that is a grace. There is sunlight, that's a grace. How many people do agriculture? There is sunlight, just sow the seeds, bring out your crops, do exercise, improve your health. How many will do? The same grace is there everywhere, externally also, as is, he said, Vibhuti, internally also. But how many are actually putting an effort? How many are putting an effort? Once you put an effort, he is there, and he should be constantly there. Always, we should keep remembering him always throughout. And then he's there. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. That means without thinking of any other path, think of this path, think of me as a Parabrahman, right? Without thinking of caste, creed, faith, religion, nothing. It's just Parabrahman. He is representing that Parabrahman for humanity. It is not for any particular religion. Think of me like that. Ye janaha paryupresham, and those who remember me always, always, always. I shall take care of them. I shall protect what they have, and I shall give what they want. I shall protect what they have. I shall give what they need. What they need, I shall give. So this is his assurance. Na me bhaktaha pranashyati. My devotees shall never perish. So time and again through different verses, he keeps on giving us this message that he's always with us. But are we there to call him? Are we there to surrender? Are we there to accept his grace and be always eyes and ears, not eyes and ears, mind open, not the senses, mind open to receive his grace? If we are open, then he is always there to give, because that is his greatest vibhuti. Giving, giving, giving. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham is also his vibhuti, and he himself has told that. So with that, I end here. Any additions? So that completes, once again, I'll just put the Mangalam, the last statement of this chapter. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishadsu Vibhuti Yogo Nama Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Dashamodhyayaha. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So there we complete chapter 10. Any additions or thoughts on this?
Ma'am, in 37th shloka, Ushana Kavihi word is there, no? In my book, we have given Shukracharya, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. Some people compare with Shukracharya, it seems. That's correct, ma'am. There are some references I didn't mention because it was there only in one place. He's compared. Ushana is considered to be Shukracharya also. That's right. You can take it.
So, like other name for Shukracharya.
That's what some people say, but I didn't find it in many other references. But they say Niti Shastra, and during the Vedic period, he was considered as a great Kavi.
Okay.
You can take it, no issues.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else? Anybody wants to add anything?
Could Suvachal, could you repeat that? I missed what you said there, and I missed that answer.
This one, yeah, there was a Shukracharya. Shukracharya is considered to be the teacher for asuras. Asuras means demons. They also practice, lot of spiritual practice they do. So for them, he is considered as guru. Ushana is a name of a poet during the Vedic period. So some literature, somewhere they have quoted that Ushana is none other than Shukracharya, not Shukacharya. Shukacharya is son of Vedavyasa, and Shuka is the one who taught Bhagavad to Parikshit. I mean, who narrated. So it's not him, it is Shukracharya. Shukracharya is the teacher of demons, asuras. And he and Ushana are same, say some literature. So in her book, it is given like that. I also saw that, but I was not very sure. And Swami Ranganathananji doesn't mention that. He just mentions he was a poet in the Vedic period. So that's why I did not insist. But there is a reference in another book also. I saw that. Shukracharya. Ushana and Shukracharya are same. That's what people say.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. Anything else would you like to add? Padmini, Kavita is busy.
No, ma'am, I'm here.
Oh, you're there. The cake cutting is over?
Yes. No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I thought you got busy with cake cutting. So we completed 10 chapters, 8 more to go. We have crossed 50% in this second round of Bhagavad Gita. Quite, we did faster than the previous session. So I think next year we'll complete. By next August, we should be able to complete. Okay. All right. Gita Jayanti comes in December. And I invite all of you to come to my house, including Peter, if he wishes to come down to India. We'll celebrate Gita Jayanti. I plan to have chanting of all 18 chapters. Okay, all 18 with a break, of course. It will go through half a day or full day. We'll have a break, but we will have chanting of all 18 chapters, and that will be nice if all of you come there. If not, we can have a online. We can have a live session, Google Meet. We can still connect. So that is my plan. Let's hope Krishna allows us to have it, and we'll have a great celebration. That comes in December. Okay, if there are no other queries, can we wind up for the day? Kayena vacha manasendriyam va buddhyatmana bha prakriti swabhava karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanaeti samarpayami papoham papakarmaham papatma papasambhavat trahimam kripaya deva sharanagata vatsala अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष रमापते ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम तत्सत् श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु Thank you everyone. Happy Ganesha festival tomorrow. Have a nice week. Thank you.
Happy Ganesha Gauri to everybody.
Thank you.
Ganesha Gauri.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy Ganesha.
Happy Ganesha. Happy Ganesha. Bye.